you twice, man. I just fall from grace to go from governor to pools and spa safety. I'm going on the record right now letting you know that I have a massive swim spa without a fence on a concrete pad with fiberglass rebar, so I didn't need to ground strap the pump. It's an electrical code requirement. I have a hot tub that is 15 feet away on the same concrete pad. Neither one of them are fenced in. I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think the deer are going to be breaking into either one of them. I've had hot tubs, swim spas since 1998 when I bought my first house. This is the stupidest idea I've ever heard of. You have to climb up to get into a hot tub to begin with. So you have to go upstairs to get into a hot tub. And then you have to egress back down into the hot tub. So to put a fence, it's not like you can just stumble and fall into the hot tub. That's why they put fences around pools, because they're at grade. Kids could walk across it and fall in and drown because they don't know how to swim. This is something you have to climb up into to get into. And then if you have a lockable cover, I mean, you have to be able to articulate the lock. They're these little tiny annoying locks that are not exactly fun to deal with. Made out of plastic, they can be broken, but not by a toddler. And then you have to lift up a massive cover, which weighs a ton. If anyone here has ever lifted a hot tub cover without an assisted crane thing, they're heavy as hell. So you're saying that a kid is going to defeat the safety system, which I mean, I can believe that, but then they're gonna lift, and I can tell you from experience, my 5-year-old cannot lift my hot tub cover, he cannot lift my swim spa cover, which is way, way bigger and heavier. Even with the help of the assisting arm, he'd have to then climb up into and then fall into the hot tub, which all hot tubs have different terrace levels. They have a level that's maybe only 12 inches deep where you're laying on your back and you're getting your back massaged. Then you have a deeper area for your shoulder massage seat. Then you have a couple of places just to fit other random fat girls that don't need massaging. But how in the hell is this in the public's best interest to require fencing around hot tubs that are almost like fortresses to kids? I've never had my 5-year-old at any point in time in his life try to break into my hot tub or swim spa. I won't be putting a fence up. I'm on the record now letting you all know I have a massive 14-foot swim spa. That's one of the ones you swim into the water and it keeps moving at you. They call them endless spas or what have you. Then I have a regular hot tub. I'm not putting fences around either one of them. If someone comes on my property and tells me they need to have me install a fence around it, I won't do it. I just keep thinking back to watching Waco, Texas, because that's what you'll have for most people who have hot tubs. If you're requiring these stupid additions to people's decks or backyard slabs on grade or anywhere else they have pools or hot tubs or spas. Now, I'm just letting everyone sitting here know that y'all ain't gonna get that. If you start requiring everybody to install fences around their hot tubs, you're gonna get nothing but non-compliance. I wouldn't fucking do it. I'd remove the hot tub, I'd remove the electrical, I'd put block-off plates, I'd make it like it wasn't there until the inspectors left, then I'd pull them back out of my barn and I'd reinstall them in the exact same spot. I could do that in probably a day. This is stupid. This is a perfect example of government overreach. I don't know how anyone could have been dumb enough to come up with this, but basically my hot tub is taller than my 5-year-old. My swim spa is much taller than my 5-year-old. This is stupid. This doesn't do anything but benefit the fence companies. I don't know if this guy gets a cut from the fence companies. I don't know where this legislation or rule or regulation came from. I think the Constitution was supposed to protect us from our government and our government's overreach. I don't think George Washington or any of the founders of the Constitution or Ben Franklin, any of those guys, those old dudes, could have possibly foreseen such a need to add something like this into our Constitution. But it just seems to me that this is ridiculous and you shouldn't do it, and I will not freaking comply. And if you people come around and tell me I need to put a fence around my hot tub, you better bring all your sheriff deputies with you, because there's no fucking way in hell I'm gonna comply. This is ridiculous. I'm absolutely furious at this guy right now. I don't even know this guy. I'm sure it's not his fault. I'm sure he's just doing his job. He's probably paid to do this. But I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on an improvement like this. Think about how much it costs. I spent over $50,000 on my swim spa, the concrete pad, the electrical wiring, the GFI breakers, and all the improvements I needed to install this. You're talking about fencing that whole area in, $6,000 to $12,000, depending on whether or not I'm going to do it with vinyl or more expensive aluminum, or if I go with pressure treated wood, I'm going to have to service all the time. That's something that people don't need to be spending their money on. It's already tough enough with our property taxes doubling and the Board of Ed wanting to spend all our money in this communist blueprint plan that they're trying to put forth with the governor's eagerness. I don't think we should allow this guy to change the word. Let the word not stay in there so that we're all still in compliance and we're not all criminals. There's actually a book out called 3 Felonies a Day, where the average citizen commits 3 felonies a day without even trying because there's so many stupid rules and regulations. This is a perfect example of another stupid rule and regulation that we do not need to participate with. And if this guy, let me put it to you this way, if this guy's in here asking for permission to change the word, you have the ability to say no, is what he's saying. He's saying that you can tell him to go pound sand and not change the word and allow all of us to not be criminals after this meeting. If you say that he can do it, all of us, including me, are criminals. We're in violation of some bullshit regulation that we didn't get a chance to vote on. I thought that the Supreme Court, with the Chevron decision we had, basically took away the ability for government agencies to just arbitrarily and capriciously make up new rules and regulations as they see fit without the people voting on it. So vote no on this. Tell this guy to pound sand. I'm not putting up a fence. Again, Waco, Texas. You remember David Koresh, that guy? I'm Sean Koresh at this point. If you people show up at my property and tell me to put a fence up, that's where I snap. I'm just done. I'm done. Anybody shows up on my land and tells me to do something, God help you. Luckily, Washington County's been great. All I have is that weed control guy that comes out and tells me what weeds are bad, and he has never told me to do anything. He's always been very helpful. This is horse shit. Don't change this. Don't vote to change this. I can see people marching in the streets against this one. When is enough enough? For the love of God, you regulate our firearms, you regulate our alcohol, you regulate strip clubs where we can have naked women. Now you want me to spend thousands of dollars putting fences around my hot tub and swim spa that I already have. Isn't that ex post facto law? You're retroactively screwing me out of my money? Government's bad enough.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. I think we've gotten your point.